Everything comes full circle. Everything comes full circle. Now, you guys like to throw around terms like what comes around goes around. I've heard that a lot in my life. I've even stated that to people in my life at various times. What goes around comes around. What does that mean? What does one mean, or what is one's reasonable idea of what goes around comes around? And it seems that the universe and everything that's taking place, and the reason why it's important for you to understand God's science is because there's a new day at hand, folks. In this new day, there are going to be some changes. And these things are supported by your doctrines and texts and so forth. And I was talking to the Most High about this, and I realized that, you know, the average person is not grabbing the fact that, yes, intellectual understanding, study, just like you study basic subjects in your modern everyday society, right? Bullshit society. You study these subjects, and you do the same thing with your understanding of the Most High, folks. So what you do is you conceptualize him versus falling in before him and praising him, because he is the holder of your life. Now, I'd like to follow up to the previous video, and this is part 2 of for that video. And the thing about this, folks, is that the time has come for a new day. And all of this comes full circle. You guys hear me use this term a lot, right? The circular aspect of looking at reality, which is real reality, the true reality, folks. Right? Everything comes full circle. Meaning that the pain and suffering that you feel in all of the events that have taken place up to this point aren't a great one. Nature goddess, y'all. Everything that has taken place up to current, right, has already been written, folks. Right? The Lord is so great that he has already written the story. We are merely, items that he has placed on a canvas and done a great portrait, folks. He has already seen the masterpiece from beginning to end, right? He is the start and the finish, folks. And that's something that you use technical reasoning, like I said, from those books and doctrines and certain things, not necessarily the doctrines, but just what you learn in general understanding in your schoolings and stuff. Just what you learn about him on that level, you conceptualize, like I was saying. And so everything is technical, right? And he has already written your story, but you think you're writing your story. You're walking in something that he has already written for you, folks. Any one of you. He is you, folks. He holds your life. He holds your soul. Your vibratory energy is his energy, folks. Right? You're merely living through him. He is life. Right? And since he is the holder of life, he is obviously the taker of life. So he is death. Full circle. Following? So I'd like to go break down, like I was saying in the previous video. I'd like to pull this out and break down the previous passage that I read, which came from the book of Enoch. Now, I want you guys to understand something. There are many books. You only have about 66 books in, certain religions, certain popular major religions that most of you in this country are probably participating in. And you only have a certain number of books. And you know factually that many, many books have been taken from the great text, folks. You understand that. So you're not looking at reality. And a lot of you like to do that because you're narcissistic. You like to, pretend. But the true reality, folks, is that those books, all of those books that went missing, your books of Enoch, your books of this or that have been taken out, that are part of the actual volume, folks. I don't like to get into all of this because what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that I'm going to break this down for you, and you're going to understand when I do that. So let's go back to that. Let's revisit that, shall we? I am the voice of God, who is the voice of all men. And this is obvious. Everyone knows this, right? Yeah, okay, you would think, right? But that's why there's going to be wrath, folks, right? The Lord has already written this story, folks. He has already written. And you're walking in days that he has already set forth for you. Any of you, like I just said. But let's revisit that again, shall we? I am the voice of God. Vishnu, folks. And we'll get back to that in a minute. Who is the voice of all men, which is a fact. Now, whatever, right, you say about this, you do understand that he is the Most High. So let's start from there, that framing. Okay? So he's the voice of all men and the ruler of all of their hearts, folks. He's the holder of your life, your soul. I have many aspects, and I come differently to all men. I have many aspects, and I come differently to all men. Now, did you guys just hear what I just said? Because you like your doctrines, so let's go back to those doctrines and revisit a line from, important doctrine, right? The ancients. But the Lord says, I have many aspects, and I come differently to all men. So when I tell you guys about the Lord's aspects, folks, whom is Shiva, whom is Brahma, folks, but he has given me factual understanding of this. He has represented himself in full technical measure for me, folks. And I experience him every day. And even when I'm with them, honor family, even when I'm with them, folks, I am with him. He is the ultimate, folks. Right? Trying to break his science down for you, get you to understand how this works. Because we're in these times, folks. This is reckoning. Right? So, we understand that he has many faces, and according to him, and I give you praise, Lord, and devote. He has many faces. But I know this because I have bore witness to him in person, folks. He has graced me with his presence in person, folks. I have cried before him, folks. I have fell to my knees, folks. I have kissed his feet, folks. As a matter of fact, folks, I kiss his feet every day. And I'm getting emotional. Because he is the holder of my life, folks. This is it for the best of you, folks. Right? I'm going to get you to understand something, that he has many faces in many different aspects of himself, folks. He is the sun, he is the moon, and the earth, folks. He is your punk asses as well, folks. Do you understand what I'm saying? His greatness. But once again, like I was just saying, because let me take it back to the beginning for some of you folks that aren't getting this. He is great, folks. He has already written this. He is already playing your path, folks. You're not in control and never have been. The reality. Only the ignorant and those with lack of spirit are even in a place of such severe ignorance to mock him, folks. Honor, great one. To not grab that, right, is why you get doom and gloom coming. Because in this story, there's a lot of evil being done. And then you have the Lord who shows up back up on the scene, who has already written this story in the beginning and told you, and you have bore witness to when you've come around to these things or what you understand about him. But even by your doctrines, folks, there's going to be an end to your bullshit. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? No matter how you slice it, it's going down. Now, I have supported every freaking thing that I have said to you guys over this past year or something. Because it's serious now. I have supported these things by an actual example. The example from the hand of the Most High himself. The holder of your life, Vishnu, folks. Whom is Shiva, whom is Brahma. But he says he has many names, folks. So whatever you call him, if you understand him as the most high source creator of the universe, his name is Vishnu, folks. But he has many names, so he's all of the names. For those who uphold and praise him, the true nature of you guys for him. Right? Because there are a lot of you who are living in falsehood, folks. There's a lot of narcissistic mask wearers. Day to day, folks. So pain comes from people who deliver the pain to you. You understand where I'm going with this? And it's completely unnecessary because it's only self-serving. And everyone suffers. I ask you guys all the time, are you comfortable with your current reality, folks? Because it doesn't fucking matter what you think. Mother Earth has the broom and the dustpan, and your ass is grass. And no pun intended. I love these things. You know? But I hear you guys, and you're enlightened folks, and I'm appreciative of your even seeking the Most High, because ultimately he is the authority. I'm just giving a message, folks. And I devote everything I do to him, folks. And I suggest you do the same. If you have a meal, offer him the meal, folks, before you eat it. Simply offer him the meal. I offer this meal, Lord. Simply do that. You know? And I try to make you understand that the universe has trillions of worlds, folks. You're living, Mother Earth is holding your reality. And you're going somewhere soon. You're going somewhere else soon, for the worst of you. But she's holding your reality. In this reality, you have various cultural groups who all understand the Most High is real, who all spoke different languages at a certain point. You understand? And they still upheld the Most High and called him by a name of their language, folks. And he has many names. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Right? He has many faces, folks. But in true reality, he is all things. He is greater than all things because he is the source, most high source creator. And he's the most high because he is the most high God in the heavens, folks. They are his extensions. They are his branches of his great tree, folks. And that tree is the universe and beyond, folks. He holds all dimensions, all reality, all life, folks. He is life, anywhere, everywhere, all the time, anytime, every time, folks. You understand me? His greatness, I keep telling you this. To be blessed in his presence, you will cry, you will fall to your knees, you will be afraid. And in this whole process for me, folks, initially in the beginning, I was afraid. I recall when I first met the heavens, folks. But it was only at the hands of the Most High. When the Most High came to me, when I saw the Most High, I was afraid. He is as great as the sky, folks. You are in a fishbowl, folks. I want you to, if any of you have any aquariums at your house, I want you, or that little goldfish bowl, you know, that you give to your little 5 or 6 year old or something, sitting on their nightstand or something, and you put your little feed in and stuff, and you clean it out, get your little net, because I had a goldfish. But what I'm saying to you is, you know, I'm using that as representative of Mother Earth is extending this reality for you, right? And this is a science, and this is a boot camp. She is literally the facilitator of the boot camp that you're experiencing this life, right? Many of you are spiritual beings who are trying to find your way, and you will rise to greater things. And this is your test. This is where you had to be refined, folks. And many of you understand this. But like I was trying to explain to you, when you get on a level where you're being mentored by the gods themselves, who are his branches, the heavens, my great mentors, my family, where you were in their actual presence, folks. And I can recall, like I was saying, I'm getting all over the place, but I can recall meeting, you know, when I first met the heavens, the Lord came to me and I was afraid. And then I was comforted. And shortly after that, because he is all things and he is greater than all things, he unlocked all things for me, folks. And I remember my first time in life ever meeting the great moon goddess, Honor Great One, or the great sun, Honor Great One, or Mama Earth herself, Honor Great One, right? My first time meeting them, and then from there meeting them, and then meeting all of our solar system, which you know it as, whom are gods, folks, whom are holding those worlds, folks. There is life, folks. Life is not just restricted to your carbon-based, existences. You understand? But the best of you are greater than the carbon-based form. The best of you have a spirit, folks, that is capable of rising and experiencing. And the Lord has blessed me because I have seen the heavens, folks. Beautiful. Peace. My best existences and times of understanding and loving and feeling that joy was in the heavens, folks. And we're rising. But a lot of that component is in you too. What you're going to experience is part of this. It's in your heart. If your hearts are not in the right vibration, folks, you got to go. That is your greatest tool, folks. That is your connection to Him. And I hear people talk about some great things, like I said. I tell you guys that many of you have become squatters for the demons. You have connected with the dark vortexes of that side of the universe. And you have done an abomination. You are not an authority. The free will that you're given, the Lord observes everything you do, but this story has already been written. And you see what I'm saying? The full circle, the cause and effect, right? You cause a lot of bullshit, and the effects are the Lord putting foot up your ass. Do you understand? The full circle, baby. I always talk about this circle because y'all don't get it, right? And I want you guys to understand a lot of things are like this. But you don't need to understand technical things when you survive and live in a reality of joy and peace, folks. There is no reason for commerce. And I can recall, like the other day I was in the store, paying for some gas, and I'm waiting in line, and I got a line, there's about 20 people in front of me. And they're trying to get that lottery. They're trying to hit that money. But why are they desperately clinging to this idea of doing that? They're doing it because they're trying to have a better life as they perceive from that paper, folks, which is nothing. Because you could win the lottery today, the volcano comes tomorrow, and then what are you going to do? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Where are you going to go? You're powerless. And I've said these things for many videos, but I'm trying to drive a point home. And I realize, just by the significance, I don't give a shit who looks at this video, folks. Because the people that find this video and the people that have consistently watched me are intelligent. You are, and I'm not patronizing you. Listen to what I'm saying. You are intelligent because you have observed the actual current events, which means you are actually able to see fucking reality. Right? You're actually able to see reality, folks, for what it is. So when I tell you or do an issuance or tell you something, and who's giving me the support, who's the real authority, who's backing me if I'm saying something. I can't make a volcano pop, folks. You understand what I'm saying to you? I can't make a great storm come. Right? Now, there was some injustice a couple of weeks ago, and I told you guys, about the Floyd case. I told you guys that there was going to be a great storm coming to that place, right? You understand what I'm saying to you? I am not the muscle. I am not the teeth, which is what I said a long time ago. The heavens who make your air, you're not afraid of them. You're not even looking at the reality that you're being held, folks. Even if you want to say, well, I'm just a technical physical being. Okay, great. You're walking a technical physical world. Who's holding the fucking ground you're standing on, folks? You see how this breaks down? And He is them, folks. Which means that whether we're talking about spiritual or physical, the Lord is in control. Beautiful day. I'm feeling so fucking good. This is greatness, folks. The worst of you do not want to see this happen because, but it's showing it for everything for what it truly is. The best of you are seeking the truth, and it's being shown right before your eyes. Right? Now, everything I've said about things, I have supported, meaning that if I say I'm something, or I say this is that, and then I give you an example that the heavens provide, courtesy of them, whom are him, folks. It's his will. You understand? Vishnu, folks. And you say whatever you want to say, and that's why I'm bringing this up. I'm glad I brought that up, because that bothered me. I'm in the presence of the Most High on a daily basis, folks. I talk to the Most High on a daily basis, and it's raw. Meaning that you guys think that you can be like this, but you don't understand. It is the greatest experience one could ever experience, but it's raw. And what do I mean by that? When you're talking to the Most High, it is bare fucking bones. And when I say that is, you cannot bullshit him. When you're talking to him, you could want to fart. You better bring that up in the conversation. If you're saying, dang, I want to fart, he is saying it for you, folks. He knows everything. So the interesting thing about our relationship is he is so great, is what I tell him, that it's just amazing to interact in real time. And when I see the heavens do something, I remember when I first met the moon goddess, and I was afraid. And every time I met one of them, I was afraid. He's the sun, folks. Do you understand? If the sun is coming to talk to you and he's coming to greet you, and this is the sun, you're going to be afraid, right? You're going to run for your life. But that's when you're in ignorance. But when you understand that he's your family, then I meet everyone. I meet the whole fucking universe. On a daily basis, folks, I have to take my walks at night because the stars are all out, but they're all my family. And what you guys don't understand, I'm going to try to break this down real quick because I ain't going to go into this, but I'm just trying to make you understand from my perceptions. The Lord has blessed me on a level where I'm coming into understanding of some things, okay? But in true, actual reality, folks, I experience God on a level in oneness. Because of that, I am privy to all of the heavens who do duty, who make your fucking air. The earth you stand on is a real being. She is a goddess, folks. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? They are extensions of him, folks. We're not talking about books. We're going by actual physical example, which is what I keep telling you is why he did it in the first place. Because I had to experience this to be able to tell you guys about this. Right? What do you think the new society is going to look like, folks? You think your bullshit's going to exist in the new society, folks? Huh? Think about it. When I talk about heavenly worlds, I'm trying to make you understand that everything you do is bullshit, because it is. It's not necessary, folks. Everyone has everything in heavenly worlds, and everyone has way more than you have. Their worlds are beautiful, folks. Okay? You're the fucking fools because you're self-serving, because many of you are squatters to the demoniac. See how all this comes full circle? All the things I've been saying keep coming back around. And you just like that person that's, standing in front of a washing machine. You've seen those commercials or some shit where somebody's looking in the washing machine, they're just going like this, or the dog or something. On a great one. You've seen these commercials. But that's what you're doing, but you're really looking at reality, folks. Full circle. The Lord has already written your story. He is in control. The demoniacs who are in that story, who think they're separate from him, do not realize that he holds the balance of the universe. And they're from that part of the universe. The part where there's suffering, the part where there's ignorance. See, those are lower aspects of vibration, folks. And they have a place, but not here. Are you understand what I'm saying to you? So when I talk to Mama Earth every day and I see the bullshit every day, and you guys are getting that weather, you're shown the Lord's physical might every day. And he supports me by, if we're talking about something that's going to take place, and I come and tell you guys that this is going to take place. And, I do it in a certain way. Notice how I do this, folks. I will give you a certain time frame. Like I'll specifically give you a time frame. I'll tell you an exact amount. Sometimes I'll just come up with it. And I'll tell you an exact amount of time. And in that time, you will bear witness exactly, precisely on that day that the event take place. Now, I am not the authority. So who is doing it? See, we're taking this to a place where you got to use your brain and think a little bit. You got to reason with reality. And like I was saying, full circle, the best of you have reason with reality. Right? Many of you think I'm irrational because you're fucking fools. And I don't do this for glamour, folks. I don't do this to be for sensation or to be seen, because, you know, there are days, you know, I'm out here hiking and shit. My mouth is dry. Sometimes I may have some spittle on my lip or something, and I'll have someone say, well, maybe you want to edit that. Fuck the edits. You understand? This is about a new day. Edit your motherfucking ass. That's what this is about. Mother Earth has the fucking edit button. The Most High has the edit button, rather, more importantly, because he is he is literally the roots of the tree, right? And you're somewhere in there too, folks, because he holds your lives, his greatness. But I read that, and I wanted you to understand about his many faces. What does that mean? If you want to be technical on your bullshit, because you like to be technical about everything, you want to look at everything and analyze it on a material level. Okay, if God himself, in a book that you revere, says, I have many faces and many different aspects of myself, what does that mean to you? What does that technically mean to you? See, you're not grabbing it. You see what I'm saying? The real thinkers are understanding what I'm saying. This is how we tell who's who, folks. You see what I'm saying? There are those of you who are not worthy of the new day, not because I'm better than you folks, but I'm making the folks that are worthy of that day aware of their potentials, folks. You understand what I'm saying to you? And that's why I keep telling you, it's not about you fucking fools. I'm not doing this to talk to you. I'm not scolding you. I'm just speaking truth in the scold. Within the context of scolding society, I'm speaking truth. But that truth is going to be done away with, which is the more important thing. You understand what I'm saying to you? Right? And really, I'm human, folks, so the greatness of spending time with the heavens on a daily basis, the stars, like I was saying, where, you know, the actual stars that you see are my family, folks, and I can identify them, all of them. That is a great blessing, folks. I would not trade it for money or gold or paper, because it's nothing. It means nothing. In a new day, everyone will have everything, folks. In a new day, there will be no need to